Hello, it's Deborah Davis or Imaginary, and I'm here to talk about today's episode. I was really pleased with it. I've been pleased with this entire season. Pretty much, honestly, if I'm gonna be honest, season 1 was a little trash to me, and I was fully expecting season 2 to be trash, but it's not. It's been really good. There was an episode or two that kind of had me disappointed, but I've been pleasantly surprised, and I hope we get a movie out of this because the way it's going, I mean, every episode I'm like, I can't wait for next week. So super excited to talk about today's episode. Let's get into it. Okay, so we have Kagome's mom and Kagome's grandpa, May. And by the way, the fact that Kagome's grandpa is still alive, crazy to me, but all right, so they're talking about how something ominous is coming, and they're still letting their grandchild go out, even though they know something ominous is coming. Not trying to judge, but hey, I wouldn't let my kid out, but that's just me. And then we have Mr. Kieran, the teacher. He's letting her go off too. He's like, see you later, girl. The world might be ending, but see you later. Okay, so we have Portoa falling to the ground. Sad. I'm sure she's gonna be fine. Alright, Akaru shows up. Poor Rin, she's so sad. Rin has been through enough. I mean, honestly, the show's gotta give something there because she needs some happiness. Alright, and Akaru just magically, he fixes everything. That was really simple. It's almost like, what was the point of even having her, fall to the ground in the first place? I mean, that was like a really quick fix, and it doesn't even explain how he can do that and how he's doing it. I don't know. Okay, Akaru leaves. And the Tree of Ages, or Kikyo, I'm not sure what you want to call that. I think it's honestly weird. I think they just wanted the voice actor, because she was involved in all of the original to be, they think they wanted her to be involved. So they just said, hey, do you want to be the Tree of Ages? Which is corny, but kind of cool at the same time, because I am glad she's a part of it, but I also wouldn't be happy with the actual Kikyo being back, so that's good. Sorry, got off track. Shippo. It's actually nice to see Shippo. We have Moroha wondering about her uncle, like a good little niece. Inuyasha says that Sesshomaru's fine because he doesn't smell blood. Oh wow, I really love that Kagome is telling Moroha that she comes from the other world through that well. Oh, and then we have Moroha looking down the well. That's really awesome. And she tells, she tells Moroha that's, special, the well is a special place for her and Moroha's dad, Inuyasha, and he blushes, and that's really, really cute. Adorbs. They're handing her the bow. Wow, that's actually really interesting. They made the bow out of his hair, out of Inuyasha's hair for Moroha. That's really sweet. Inuyasha says, when you were flying through the air at incredible speed. Moroha says it's not an illusion. They've had Kagome being really, she just yanked Inuyasha's hair, and I just feel like they've had her being like super mean. Don't know why. This is a really sweet fan. I love this, is what's making the show awesome. And it's why I've said from the beginning that they should have centered, and I love Rin and Sesshomaru, and they definitely should have been a huge part of it, but I think the show should have been centered around Moroha and her family. It makes more sense, or just make it kind of equal instead of just about the twin daughters. I think that was a wrong move, but who am I? Kikyo's back, talking about the Grim Comet, saying, see, we have there's a scene of Sesshomaru, and I'm very confused because Toa did the whole thing, got brain dead, woke back up, just so he could be saved. And he's still sitting there with these black eyes. You know, you'd think if he was fine that they would have him be fine. This is a mixed message, confusing to me, but who am I again? Oh, we have Rin saying, see, that stuff makes me want to cry. She's saying she's happy, you know, because her girl survived all this time, and she's apologizing for not being there. And I love that they're calling her mother, so naturally mother. And the last few episodes, all she's wanted is to hug these girls, and she's here saying that it's not possible. She's saying she's wondered why Sashomaru took the girls away right after they were born. We're all wondering. And she says that she knows now. And the answer is that they're Lord Sashomaru's daughter. And I think what she's meaning by that is that they just have a responsibility. They have things that they needed to do. I guess she's more or less, she's saying, like, they gotta go get that comment and that she can come, which is actually kind of sad that she can come after them saving the world or whatever. But it's been a long time. You could give her a quick hug and go, right? But it was a really sweet scene. And they call her mother again. We'll be going. She tells her girls to come back alive, like a good mom. Oh, and I love that because she says when you guys come back, she's not just talking about herself. She's like, you will hug, pretty much you're going to hug me and your dad. And they say that's a promise. So I am fully expecting the hug of the century. And Sashomaru better crack a smile. God, they have Rin crying again. Like, it makes the episode great because it's like a lot of emotion. But it's also very sad, like, and you have Sashomaru in the background just sitting there. Okay, she's talking to him. This was for the best, wasn't it? And if I'm not mistaken, I think he just smiled. So maybe that means he's all right and he's just recuperating. But he's alive. That's good. Okay, and then we got Korinmaru, Kagome Inuyasha, and Moroha, and I'm actually super hyped about this because they want Moroha to stay hidden, but she's like, no, I'm gonna fight. Typical, in a good way. Inuyasha seems excited about this, so the whole family's gonna fight together. And honestly, Korinmaru looks like he's shaking in his boots. And I've said this from the beginning, Inuyasha and Kagome would have taken him out. I mean, they don't ever lose in a predictable way, which is great. You kind of just know they're going to always win. Using all their attacks, you know, their normal adamant barrage. Korinmaru really just hates the Great Dog Demon's family. Like, super jealous. Like, they're going back and forth here. Some really cool action scenes here. It's honestly, I'm glad they are not just doing like a little fight scene. Like, it seems like, you know, this is I didn't want them just to give Inuyasha a little part. Like, if he's back, let him be back. I love that all three of them are like consistently attacking here, and Moroha seems like she's really handling her own. And with her mom and dad, she doesn't seem like as weak as she did on her own. I guess like there's a confidence about her, in my opinion, which I like. Alright, Korinmaru went and attacked them, and they used the Tetsaiga sheath and saved themselves. We got Shippo saying some useless stuff. Here comes Moroha and her cousins, Setsuna and Toa. So Akaru is telling Moroha that she needs to go with them to get the comment, which is good. I want her to go with them, but you can see she doesn't want to go. I'm sure she doesn't. She's just reunited with her family, but she doesn't want to leave Kagome and Inuyasha. He encourages her and says, those are your friends, right? She goes, which I love the family bonding thing. That's awesome. Inuyasha puts his sword in front of Kurenmaru and he says, like, you're not going to lay a hand on my daughter. And that's awesome. Like, that scene in itself is the show, is the episode. It's awesome. So we have the girls. Oh, that's interesting. So we have the girls going to the comment thingy, whatever, to get to it, however they're going to get to it. And Jockin is going with them, which is awesome. Okay, we have Riku and Rion, which I'm not going to lie, the duo bores me. I like Riku. I really like Riku. And I like him in Toa's situation, but him alone, I'm not too interested with Rion. Okay, Rion falls to the ground. And he's just like, pull yourself together. Get up. She can't move. Okay, back to Inuyasha. Alright, so Kurenmaru, I guess because he can see whatever Riku can see, he, pausing, that was wrong. I guess because he can see whatever Riku can see. At first, like, the moment that he said Rion, I was like, how does he know that something's wrong with her? But, I forget he can see and hear what Riku can see and hear. So, he wants to leave. Inuyasha's like, don't be distracted. But Kurenmaru just takes off, and Kagome is like, I'm gonna take you out, but he disappeared, so she missed. Oh, you know what? I was wondering if we were gonna see these two. Actually, really glad that we are seeing them. Sango and Moroku, because they were the first people that I thought, Inuyasha and besides their daughter should have reunited with. So hopefully we're going to get that soon. And, I honestly thought they were having some trouble between them because he was doing that long training thing, but it seems like they're still together. Oh, but she is a little ticked off probably about the training because he asked about the kids and she smacks. She smacks him. They have the women being so abusive. The first original series, it was all cute, the sitting thing, but they kind of have it a little extra. They're like, the girls are like extra hyped. Like, Kagome sat Inuyasha like a million times already for no reason. She's yanking his hair out. Sango just smacked Moroku across the face for asking how the kids are. Wild. It's funny, but wild. See, and I'm bored with Kohaku also, honestly. Like, a little bit, I'm not gonna... I mean, I like seeing them, and I'm glad he's a part of it, but it's almost like the scene's just... not useless, because they're giving this sword to the Demon Slayers, because they need to give it to Toa, to take out the comment or whatever. I get that, but it's just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. Okay, we have Kurenmaru here. Okay, so he saves his daughter with this... I don't even know what this is. Or not what it is, but how he's doing this. I wish they would explain some. Maybe I'm just missing it. I don't know. I'm kind of ditzy, but... Okay, so he saves her, and she's pretty much like, I don't care that you saved me. I'm still gonna... Like, it doesn't mean anything to me. Kids these days, brats, right? Yeah, Shippo. Even just the scene of Shippo and, Kagome and Inuyasha together, I love it. I mean, okay, and he runs into Kaede is old. She's got to be pushing like 100 something. She's old, and he just runs into her and she flies across the thing. I guess she's probably gonna be just fine. She sees Kagome and she's shocked. She thought they were dead, it seems like. Kagome says she's come back, and then she apologizes for being away for such a long time. Kaede seems like she doesn't even care. She's like, you don't need to worry about it. Kagome's saying to get the villagers to a safe place. Kaede seems shocked. She had no idea anything was going on. She's asking if there's going to be another war. Kagome says no, something much worse. Okay, Lord Sesshomaru's mother's manor. I hope we see her this episode. Crossing my fingers. She's really an awesome character, and if they utilized her more, I would not be upset. There she is. She's so, like, the way that Sesshomaru carries himself, and he's just so, like he's a true prince. She carries herself, oh, she kind of gave an evil look there, but she carries herself with that same, almost like a noble feeling. I love watching her. That's interesting. If you remember when Kagome originally shot the Shiko and Jewel, those little birds with the 3 eyes that were involved in that scenario, they're here in the modern era. Okay, they disappear because Mr. Kirin, or whatever, however you say his name, he's obviously he has some power. He's saying that these crows came from the Grim Comet, and he's saying he doesn't know what he can do in his current state. Not sure exactly. Oh, episode's over. Wow. Well, that was interesting and awesome. Overall, I really enjoyed the episode, and I thought it was great. Personally, I mean, there was a lot of emotion, you know, when Rin was crying. Even the Moroha looking down the well, Rin saying that when the girls come back, that mother and father both are going to hug the girls. That's something to really look forward to. I loved Sango and Moroku being involved in this. Even if it was just a short scene, you kind of saw Sango geared up for battle. You know, her and Moroku are coming to kind of help and save the day, that with Inuyasha, like old times, and Kagome, and that's awesome. There was just so many things. It was really a great episode, top notch. They've all been great, top notch, and I'm excited to do more of these. I've been doing everything off of my phone. I have a laptop now, which awesome. So it's gonna be easier for me to do things like this, and editing wise, it'll be easier for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know your thoughts on the episode, and also previous video before this, I do have a fan fiction on Archive of Our Own. And I have another one too. I have a few on there, but I'm working on a new one, and I didn't like the way that I did it with, I made it a lot harder, me like typing all the words and copying and pasting and trying to have it so that, because I like to listen like audio wise when I am reading a story. So sometimes some fan fictions, I'm like, I don't want to read this. I'd rather just listen to it. That's me personally. So I have it on Archive of Our Own, and I also, I'm going to be posting each chapter. I posted chapter 1. I'm still working on chapter 2. It's going to be a long story. Each chapter I post, I'm going to do an audio. I'm probably just going to do pictures in the background just to have them there. It's really just for you to listen. You don't have to, like, I'm not going to be typing all the words and copying and pasting like I did the last time. And that's pretty much it. If there's anything you'd like to see from me, please let me know. This was fun and exciting, and I hope you enjoy. And until next time, this was Devery Davis on Inuyasha Talk.